I got cut off, but I just want to jump back in here for a few more minutes. And what you're going to end up having in here, guys, is you're going to have a totalitarian fascist state. Okay, the president has picked his side aside against the individuals who are saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we don't need to be far left, we don't need to be far right on this issue." But there is an issue that needs to be addressed, and that is that people are being murdered and killed for petty crime or things that are not eligible for any kind of a death penalty. And so when unarmed individuals are being shot and stabbed, or not stabbed, but choked to death, okay, on national television, this is where all of this volatility has come from. And so the government should not be taking the occasion to take advantage of the fact that there's so much misinformation and misunderstanding and things like that. This is why it's important that the president, the POTUS, does not pick a specific side, but stays neutral in trying to unite the nation, state, and states. Okay, that's why it's important. But right now we see that this fascism, this big government and big corporation or association on another level now are starting to merge. And you're going to have that militarized styled national police force. That's what's on its way now. Okay, and I can just see, in my opinion, that all of this coronavirus and all of this Black Lives Matter, Antifa, all of these destabilizing factors, okay, were what was needed in order to enact this type of totalitarian style narrative, okay, and that is what we're sitting here watching happen and unfold, okay, where feds are moving into the states, in the interiors of the states, setting up camp, National Guard, and all kinds of other things that are extra constitutional. Okay, these things are not supposed to be happening. People, we better wake up and realize what in fact is going on here. We better understand the difference between the constitutional grant to government versus tyranny, what the difference is, what the boundaries are that government can encroach upon and not cross, because that is the issue here. I don't know how many people I speak to that just don't understand the limitations imposed by the Constitution, and not only that, but who the Constitution was actually enacted to limit. Okay, the Constitution is not a limiting factor on the people, the citizen, the civilian. The Constitution was written to limit the power of government. So if the people don't realize that, however, then we will just allow them to slowly and methodically encroach upon our private rights. I know it appears like it's a good idea, okay, when the president is saying I'm going to make these executive orders, these drastic measures to change this, to make America great again. I know that all sounds good, okay? Especially when things have been agitated, okay? And there's so much conflict, and the Americans, we're not used to dealing with this kind of stuff on our own soil, right? So, but we have to understand that these are very powerful individuals who use their influence and their money, okay, to purposely release things on the American people, on the people that are not accustomed to this so much volatility in their everyday lives. They use their money and their influence for that very reason. Okay, it's not so much about the money. It's not about the currency. It's more so a power grab. Okay, they can have all the money in the world, but if they don't have people willing to do the labor to carry the societies, okay, and the cultures and things like that, and to do the labor and the hard work, the money is useless. The currency is useless. So it's really a power grab, okay, to have authority, to have someone to even have authority over. It's you and I. Okay, we are the energy to the system. Okay, so this is what it's all about, guys. All right, and we really just have to realize this. We have to stop being yuppies. Stop being so so easily influenced. Okay, so gullible. Okay, you have to know your rights. He or she who does not know their rights has none. You have none. Okay, that's the problem we're having today. Are you even paying attention to all that's happening around you? Are you even, I mean, none of this seems like unreasonably coincidental. Okay? Think of the last 3 to 4 years since the new presidency. Think of how far. I mean, Obama took us up to a certain point, and all of that seemed tyrannical and unbelievable and unfathomable, and never has this happened. The government healthcare and all this kind of stuff. Okay? Now look at where we're at. We just went 4 steps progressive into a more fascist totalitarian state. Big business, big government. Right? It's gotten worse. Jobless numbers. We have 40 million plus Americans out of work. Does that sound like an improvement? I think something like 225,000 small businesses closed, never again to open. Does that sound like we've progressed? Did you notice? I think the reports yesterday say that the GDP for the first time in American history has dipped, has gone to a level never before in the history of the United States of America. The GDP, gross domestic product. Does that sound like we're going in the right direction? How about the shortage of coinage? The shortage of coinage. How about, like I said in my video yesterday, I went to Cousins and the menu. They said they had to change the menu because the supply chain has dried up. Does that sound like we're doing good, guys? I need you to think about these things and actually start to do your research and stop being so gullible. Stop being easily divided by politics, because it's not going to do you any good. Your vote is not going to do you any good. Keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, and see how far that gets you. Keep relying on the promises made by the poetess from a lectern or whatever, pushing narratives, picking sides, okay? Trying to influence you that everything is okay. We're at the greatest levels ever. Before the pandemic, we had the greatest economy. What good does that do now? Anyways, I've ranted long enough. What say you? Put your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in. Courtney with Knowledge Well. You can always check out CCOP Research on Facebook if you want to get some more information. Yeah, I apologize. This got a little long. I got cut off on my first one. But anyways, what say you? Give me some comments down below. Thanks for tuning in. Courtney with Knowledge Well, signing out.